welcome to We're Gonna Shut Up and Jam. This is our sort of the end of the week one. What we're going to talk about here is just the general channel update. So we've got some good criticism and some ways that we can improve the channel, and we're trying to implement some of them, but some of these kind of involve things that'll take time. So the first thing that we got to comment on was audio quality. Now, our audio setup is not super ideal, but for the time being, it's about as good as we're going to get. We've taken steps to try and isolate ambient noises, but for now, this is what we got. Lighting's on the way. It's going to be probably 2 or 3 weeks out, maybe 4, depending on what happens. But we are working on improving the lighting quality. We have tried another strategy here where hopefully this is a little bit better lit, but this is about as good as we have for the next month or so. Another thing we got to comment on was the camera angle. It was too far back, you couldn't see us very well, and we've changed that. So we're a little bit further in, we are a little bit further down, so hopefully this works a little bit better. We're connecting a little bit better with you guys. And then
stare in my big brown eyes, be mesmerized.
That's the next point, actually. So the next thing we had was we needed to face the camera more because we spent a lot of time looking at each other.
And the tablet.
Yeah.
It's so hard to take my eyes off yours, though, Steve. They're so piercing and deep.
All right.
That's true.
Dog's just looking like, what the fuck did you just say?
We were working on better eye coordination with the camera, so that's something that's kind of different from just hanging out and bullshitting about games. When we try and film this stuff, we need to make it more of a production, so we're working on that. It doesn't come naturally, so you're going to have to bear with us, and we will have to look at some materials on the table from time to time, so that's just part of the nature of it. But that is something we are actively working on getting better at. So
I have a lapdog.
Yes, our team mascot, the cute one, Gambit, is here,
Yes.
and he is not going to pay attention to the camera at all. He has no idea it exists.
I think he's looking at it as you say that.
Oh.
Actually.
Thanks, buddy. he's just like, don't worry, I know.
Yeah, that's fine. And then the last point we had is we had a community request, actually. It was to do a how to play video on War Machine, just to introduce people who haven't played the game to the game. Now, there are other channels that have how to plays. I know Privateer Press has done a bunch of really good videos, but they're not really in our style and it's not done by us, so I think that is something that we will tackle at some point. We have a lot of content that we're intending on producing, so I don't know that that's going to be immediate, but it will be something that we're going to actively work towards getting out there. Especially because we could use a refresher as well, so that's not too bad. So kind of stay tuned for that. We'll try and get that out at some point. I make no promises on the time frame though. And that's basically it for week one. We've, considering last week we didn't exist, we are now up to almost 300 views for the first week, which is pretty good. We've up to 14 subscribers. So we thank everybody who's subscribed, everybody's watching our stuff.
14 of you are really cool.
And the community feedback's been great. The response we've had has been great. We've had a couple people be kind of negative, but really not like internet negative. So all of the criticisms we've received have been mostly constructive, and it's been awesome. So
I'd say that's a pretty good mark on the War Hordes community in general. Is in that they weren't out to just attack us immediately for being wrong or being newbies, or not newbies, but like being less experienced than most channels, I'd say.
Well, for sure. But now the thing is, actually, a couple things I wanted to say in this sort of update video is I just want to do a couple shout-outs because there have been a couple people I've talked to that have been just awesome with talking about doing these kinds of videos and promoting their channels and stuff like that. So I want to talk about the guys at Advancement Maneuvers. I've been talking to them a little bit, and they've got an awesome channel. They've got they do some a weekly battle report. I believe they do one every week, although I think give or take 1 or 2, depending on. I think last year they missed 1, and there was a video on that. They're like, "Persona, you missed 1," which is an amazing feat to be able to produce something like that every week for the whole year, and you miss 1 or 2. It doesn't, like, who cares? That's awesome already.
Real life exists and it interferes.
Well, exactly. Like, technical difficulties happen, computers break down, stuff happens, but to produce content, like, and his content's good. Like, it's a well produced show. So check him out. I'll put a link in the description below. because I really think you guys should check him out. Another person I want to sort of thank is Mini Wargamer Jay. Now, he does primarily Games Workshop stuff, which isn't really our focus, but he's got an awesome channel. He does a lot of great painting videos. He does a lot of great stuff. So you should check him out as well. He's also been really helpful with what his setup is in terms of lighting and cameras and stuff like that. So he's been awesome. And Chung from the WG Consortium has also been awesome. So I've been talking with him, asking about similar stuff, camera setups, all this, like what's required for us to get this going, and he's been very helpful as well. So again, those three guys, I just want to say that they're awesome. You should check them out. I'll put links to their stuff in the description, and I mean they're general hobbyists and stuff as well. So like they're really passionate about this kind of stuff. So that's great. But that's basically it for the weekly channel update, I guess. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything that you want to bring up, put it in the comments, and we'll look over them. Next week we'll see where we are then, and we'll answer them, and that should be great. Yeah. So, how are we doing over there?
Puppy says goodbye.
All right. So thanks for watching this segment, and we'll be on to the next one.